Have you ever wondered what separates those who just grow old from those who thrive well into their later years? If you're between 65 and 80 and can still do the 8 things we're about to reveal, you're not just aging well, you're a rare gem with a real shot at living to 100. Longevity isn't just about luck or genetics. It's about the small, everyday habits you might not even realize are keeping you strong, sharp, and independent. While many assume aging means decline, the truth is, some people defy the odds, maintaining strength, flexibility, and mental clarity far beyond what most expect. In this video, we're diving into 8 key signs that show you're on track for a longer, healthier life, and trust me, you'll want to stick around until the end. Why? Because these aren't just random tips. They're powerful indicators backed by science that reveal how well your body and mind are holding up. Some might surprise you, others might inspire you to make a small change that could add years to your life. Plus, the final sign is something so overlooked yet so critical, it could redefine how you approach your days. We'll even show you simple ways to test yourself and boost these abilities if you're falling short, so you can take control of your future starting today. Let's get started and find out where you stand. If you are not subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. Sign 1. You can get up from a chair without using your hands. One of the most telling signs of longevity isn't measured by how fast you can sprint or how much weight you can lift. It's something far simpler but equally profound. If you can stand up from a chair without needing to use your hands for support, you're showing a remarkable level of physical health. It may seem like a small, even trivial thing to some, but in reality, it's an incredibly strong indicator of your balance, muscle strength, and overall well-being. And most importantly, it's one of the best predictors of how long you'll maintain your independence. This is crucial because, as we age, maintaining our independence is one of the greatest gifts we can give ourselves. As we get older, muscle loss is natural. It's just part of the aging process. However, the rate at which this happens and the degree of muscle loss can be heavily influenced by how we treat our bodies. The ability to stand up from a chair using only your legs speaks volumes about your strength. It signifies not only strong lower body muscles but also good balance and core stability. If you find yourself needing to push off with your hands or lean forward heavily to stand, it's an indication that your leg strength may be on the decline. Ask yourself the next time you stand up from a seated position, was it effortless, or did you feel that extra bit of strain? So many people don't realize they are losing strength until simple actions like rising from a low chair become noticeably harder. Take Harold, for example. At 77, he was an active man throughout his life, always on the move. But one day, he realized that standing up from his recliner wasn't as easy as it used to be. He had to push off with his hands. At first, he shrugged it off as part of aging, thinking, it's just the way things go. But then his doctor explained how crucial leg strength is for preventing falls, a major concern for older adults. That was the wake-up call Harold needed. He didn't accept the decline. He took action. With a simple routine of targeted exercises, within a few months, Harold was getting up with ease again. More importantly, he felt empowered, stronger, and more confident. It wasn't just about standing up from a chair, it was about reclaiming control over his life. This ability to stand without assistance is so vital because it directly connects to your mobility and balance, 2 essential factors that keep you safe and independent. Weak legs can lead to a higher risk of falls, and as most of us know, falls are one of the leading causes of injury and complications as we age. If you can rise from a chair without needing your hands, it's a sign that your legs are strong enough to support your body, your balance is intact, and your coordination is still sharp. These are not just physical signs. They are powerful indicators of longevity. And if you find yourself struggling to stand without assistance, don't despair. You're not alone, and you're not stuck. Strength can always be rebuilt, no matter your age. Simple exercises like squats, seated leg lifts, and standing heel raises can work wonders in restoring the strength and stability you need. The key is consistency. Small, daily efforts lead to big results. Next time you stand up from a chair, pause for a moment and pay attention to how easily you do it. If you can do it effortlessly, that's a sign you're in better shape than you might realize. It may seem like a small thing, but it's a quiet, powerful testament to the strength you carry within you, and the potential for a long, healthy life ahead. Sign 2. You can walk at a brisk pace without feeling out of breath. Another powerful indicator of longevity isn't just how far you can walk, it's how quickly you can do it. If you're between the ages of 65 and 80 and you can still walk at a brisk pace without feeling winded, you belong to an exceptional category of individuals. Walking speed isn't merely a reflection of fitness. It's directly tied to your overall health and even how long you might live. Studies have shown that people who can maintain a strong walking pace tend to live longer, healthier lives. But walking isn't just about getting from point A to point B. It's about your cardiovascular health, lung function, muscle endurance, and overall vitality. When you walk with purpose, it means your heart is pumping blood efficiently, your lungs are delivering oxygen as they should, and your muscles have the endurance to keep you moving without strain. Think back to the last time you went for a walk. Did you find yourself picking up the pace and walking with confidence? Or did you notice that your steps were slower, perhaps more labored? Did you need to stop and catch your breath after a short distance? Many people don't notice the gradual slowing of their pace until it becomes a real issue. Slower walking speed can be one of the first signs of declining health, and unfortunately, it tends to happen so gradually that it can be overlooked. Take William, for instance. At 74, William had always been an active man. He was the kind of person who could walk for miles without breaking a sweat. But over time, he began noticing that his walks were taking longer than they used to. At first, he didn't think much of it. He thought he was just being more cautious as he aged. But when he found himself feeling out of breath after climbing a few flights of stairs, it dawned on him. He was losing some of his stamina. That's when he decided to take action. He began timing himself on short walks, consciously trying to maintain a brisk pace without losing his breath. Slowly but surely, he regained his endurance. The improvement in his walking pace was not just physical. It was emotional, too. William felt like he had a new lease on life. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Walking isn't just about fitness. It's a reflection of your health. A strong, steady walking pace shows that your cardiovascular system is working efficiently, your muscles are staying engaged, and your balance is intact. And beyond that, walking supports mental clarity, reduces stress, and even strengthens cognitive function, helping to keep your memory sharp. To test yourself, try this. Walk at your normal pace for about 10 feet, and then pick up the speed, as though you were rushing to catch an elevator before the door closes. If you can do this without feeling winded, that's a good sign of cardiovascular health. But if you feel breathless or unsteady, don't be discouraged. It's a signal that it's time to focus on your endurance. The great news is that improving your walking speed doesn't require extreme measures. Regular walking, maintaining good posture, and making small efforts to gradually increase your pace will have a profound impact on your overall health. Even slight improvements in your walking speed can translate to years of improved vitality, strength, and a life that's not only longer but more active, joyful, and fulfilling. Sign 3. You can balance on one foot for at least 10 seconds. Balance. It's one of those vital abilities that most people don't give much thought to until it starts slipping away. Yet, this seemingly simple act of standing on one foot holds far more significance than many realize. It's a powerful and often overlooked indicator of how well your body is aging. If you're between 65 and 80 and can stand on one foot for at least 10 seconds without wobbling, you are truly in excellent shape. It's not just a small feat, it's a sign that your body is aging gracefully. And here's the emotional truth. Balance is tied to longevity, with those who maintain it well into their later years often enjoying longer, healthier, and more fulfilling lives. Good balance isn't just about avoiding a fall, it's about the profound harmony of your body systems working together. Your muscles, reflexes, and nervous system must all collaborate seamlessly to keep you steady. When you stand on one foot, you're not only engaging your muscles, but also your vision, your inner ear, which controls balance, and proprioception, the innate ability to sense your body's position in space. Imagine all these systems working in beautiful coordination, holding you upright. But if one of these systems starts to decline, balance is usually the first to betray you. It's the most vulnerable sign of your body's aging process. Think about the last time you tried to put on a sock while standing. Did you stay steady, or did you find yourself leaning against something for support? That moment might seem small, but it's a reflection of your balance. And here's a truth that many of us face. The decline in balance doesn't come all at once. It creeps up slowly, almost unnoticed, until one day you find yourself stumbling or losing your footing unexpectedly. It's like a quiet thief, taking away something you once took for granted. Let me tell you about Frank. At 76, Frank had always been active, walking, cycling, and staying fit. But one morning, while getting dressed, he realized something wasn't right. Balancing on one foot to put on his pants felt harder than usual. He brushed it off, thinking it was just a one-time occurrence. But then, when he deliberately tried standing on one foot, he couldn't hold it for more than a few seconds without tipping. That moment was a wake-up call for him. It was humbling, even heartbreaking, to acknowledge that his body was changing in ways he hadn't expected. But instead of succumbing to fear or frustration, Frank decided to fight back. He made balance exercises a part of his daily routine. Within weeks, he felt a difference, not just in his stability, but in his confidence. That simple shift, from doubt to empowerment, made him realize that balance is so much more than just physical steadiness. It's about feeling in control, feeling like you can still navigate life without fear. Here's the thing about balance. It's one of the most reliable predictors of fall risk, and as we age, falls become a terrifying reality. The stronger your balance, the less likely you are to experience that awful, life-altering fall. And as I reflect on this, I realize how much of our independence is tied to our ability to keep our footing. If you're curious about where you stand with your balance, try this simple test. Stand near a counter or sturdy surface you can grab if needed, lift one foot, and see if you can hold your balance for 10 seconds. If you can do this with ease, consider it a tremendous victory, a sign that your body is still in great shape. But if not, don't worry, there's hope. Balance can be improved with simple exercises like standing heel raises, side leg lifts, and shifting your weight from one foot to the other. Just a few minutes a day can make a world of difference. The key is consistency. And let me tell you, it's worth it. Maintaining balance isn't just about keeping yourself steady on your feet. It's about preserving your independence, your confidence, and your ability to move freely through life without the looming fear of a fall. So, next time you're standing in line at the grocery store or brushing your teeth, take a moment to balance on one foot for a few seconds. If you can do it easily, smile. That's a sign your body is aging well, and you're on the right path to a long, vibrant life. Sign 4, you can get down on the floor and back up without assistance. When it comes to longevity, strength and endurance certainly matter, but there's another often overlooked indicator of how well you're aging: mobility. This ability, this gift, is about more than just strength or endurance. It's about the full expression of freedom in movement. If you can still get down on the floor and back up without assistance, it speaks volumes about the state of your body and the quality of your life as you age. It shows that your body is still flexible, strong, and coordinated, which are essential for maintaining your independence. But sadly, many older adults avoid the floor altogether. They're afraid they won't be able to get up, and that fear becomes a quiet prison. When you stop using certain movements, your body forgets how to do them. It's as if you surrender a piece of yourself to time's gentle but persistent erosion. Consider this: when you can lower yourself down and then push yourself back up again, you are engaging your legs, core, and upper body. These systems are working together in beautiful synchronicity, a rarity after 65. Think back to the last time you dropped something on the floor. Did you hesitate before bending down? Did you feel stiff or unstable when trying to reach the ground? Or did you just spring into action, confident in your body's ability to perform the task without a second thought? I want to share a story about Joseph, who's 78. Joseph never really gave much thought to getting on the floor until one day his grandson invited him to play a board game sitting down. As simple as that sounds, Joseph hesitated, not because he didn't want to play, but because he wasn't sure he could comfortably get back up. He felt a pang of embarrassment, a little sting of self-doubt. That moment was a wake-up call. He realized that he needed to do something to reclaim his mobility. So, he started practicing squats, kneeling, and pushing himself back up using his legs, not relying on furniture or railings for support. Over time, Joseph regained the confidence he'd lost, and the ability to get down and up from the floor became effortless again. But it wasn't just about the physical act, it was about the emotional freedom that came with it. He felt empowered, proud of his strength, and grateful for his resilience. You see, the ability to get up from the floor unassisted is one of the clearest predictors of longevity. Research has shown that those who struggle with this movement tend to experience more mobility limitations as they age. Why? Because it's a sign of overall physical decline, weak muscles, reduced flexibility, and compromised balance. But those who maintain this ability tend to remain active, independent, and resilient, no matter their age. So, I encourage you to test yourself. Stand near a chair for safety, lower yourself to the floor slowly, and see if you can get back up without grabbing anything. If you can do it, it's a beautiful affirmation that your muscles and joints are still functioning well. If you struggle, don't be discouraged. Mobility can be improved with daily stretching, strength exercises, and practice. Maintaining this ability isn't just about convenience, it's about preserving your self-sufficiency. It means being able to get down to retrieve something, tie your shoes, or even catch yourself after a stumble. Those seemingly small moments can make all the difference. So, the next time you avoid the floor because you're worried about getting back up, take a moment to reflect. If you can still perform this movement with ease, it's a powerful sign that your body is aging well, and that you're on the path to a long, fulfilling, and healthy life. Sign 5. You can carry a full grocery bag without struggling. Strength is often mistaken for the ability to lift heavy weights at the gym, but true strength is so much more. It's about how we navigate the everyday challenges life throws at us. It's about the simple things, like being able to carry a full grocery bag without wincing or struggling. If you can still carry your groceries with ease, you're already ahead of the game. Far too many people underestimate how much muscle strength, endurance, and functional fitness matter in their day-to-day lives. I truly believe this. The little things like carrying bags are often the most telling signs of overall health. Think about it for a second. How often have you picked up a bag of groceries, not even giving it a second thought? When you can carry a full load without hesitation, it's not just your arms at work. It's your shoulders, your back, and even your core, all working in unison. I can't stress enough how important grip strength and upper body endurance are to our overall vitality. We don't often realize this until it's too late, until simple tasks start to feel overwhelming, and even the most routine things become physically challenging. I know firsthand how that feels. When carrying something once effortless becomes a struggle, it's a stark reminder that we are not invincible. And it's not just a personal experience. Studies have shown that grip strength is one of the most reliable predictors of longevity. People with stronger grips tend to live healthier, longer lives. And yet, so many of us let our grip strength fade without even realizing it. It's one of those silent declines, happening so slowly that you don't notice it until you're forced to ask for help with a bag of groceries or struggle to open a jar. I've seen it time and again in the lives of those I know. The simple things start slipping away, and it's heartbreaking. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Let's talk about Richard for a moment. He's 75, a man who once prided himself on his independence. One day, after a regular grocery run, he realized he could no longer carry the bags up the stairs without stopping to catch his breath. The bags hadn't gotten heavier, but his body had changed. That moment, that quiet realization, led him to make a choice to reclaim his strength. He started doing simple exercises to improve his grip, his arms, and his shoulders. And within months, Richard found his strength returning. Not only could he carry his groceries again with ease, but he noticed his energy levels climbing and even daily tasks feeling less tiring. This is something anyone can do. It doesn't require hitting the gym for hours or lifting heavy weights. Small, consistent efforts like squeezing a rubber ball or doing some light hand weights can make a world of difference. Here's the thing: carrying groceries, lifting objects around the house, and even holding things with confidence isn't just about getting by. It's about maintaining your independence. It's about not having to ask for help when you don't need it. I believe this is the true essence of aging gracefully. When your muscles are strong, you don't feel defeated by fatigue or weakness. You're able to go through your day without feeling like a burden. If you can carry that grocery bag with ease, it's a sign that your body is aging well, and that's a beautiful thing. It's a mark of a life well lived, with strength still intact. Sign 6. You can climb a flight of stairs without stopping. Now, let's talk about stairs. They may seem like a small thing, but let me tell you, climbing a flight of stairs is one of the most revealing tests of your overall health. It's not just about the strength in your legs, it's about your heart, your lungs, your endurance, and your balance. If you can climb a flight of stairs without stopping to catch your breath, you've got something that many people your age are losing. And that, in my opinion, is something to be incredibly proud of. When we climb stairs, we're engaging in a complex dance between muscle power and cardiovascular endurance. Your legs need to be strong enough to lift you upward, and your heart and lungs need to be working in sync to keep up with the oxygen demand. It's a delicate balance, and when you've got it, stairs are no challenge at all. But, when that balance starts to fade, the stairs can become a dreaded enemy. I remember a time when I felt winded just walking up a few steps, and I realized this was a red flag, a sign that something wasn't right. Take George, for example. He's 73, a man who used to fly upstairs without a second thought. Over time, though, he started taking the elevator more often, walking slower, and avoiding stairs altogether. He didn't think much of it until one day, at a friend's house, he found himself out of breath after climbing just a few steps. That was his wake-up call, a moment of clarity. And, like many of us, George chose to act. He started taking the stairs again, little by little, building his strength back up. Within weeks, he felt his legs growing stronger, his breathing improving. Stairs, once a challenge, were becoming an easy part of his daily routine. Stair climbing is so much more than just a test of physical strength. It's a direct reflection of your heart health. Doctors often use stair climbing as a quick assessment of cardiovascular fitness. If you can do it without stopping, it's a sign that your heart and lungs are still functioning well. And that, my friends, is one of the clearest indicators of long-term health. So, if you ever want to test yourself, find a staircase with at least 10 steps. Walk up at a steady pace, and see how you feel when you reach the top. If you're winded, don't worry. It's something you can improve. But if you breeze up those stairs, take a moment to appreciate the strength you've still got. In the end, maintaining the ability to climb stairs is more than just physical strength. It's about keeping your independence. It's about making sure that, no matter how much time passes, you can keep doing the things you love without hesitation. And that, I believe, is the greatest gift of all. Sign 7. You can remember recent conversations and events clearly. As we grow older, it's easy to think that our bodies and minds will inevitably slow down. But in reality, cognitive health plays just as pivotal a role in longevity as physical health. If you can recall recent conversations, remember names with ease, and stay mentally sharp in your daily life, you're living proof that your mind is thriving, even as you age. For me, the ability to remember small details, like the conversation you had with a friend yesterday or the name of the person you met last week, is not just a convenience. It's a clear indicator that the brain is functioning optimally. It's the kind of thing that we often take for granted until we realize how precious it is. When your memory works as it should, it's a beautiful reminder of how connected we are to the world around us. Your brain, much like your heart, needs to be taken care of. It requires nurturing, exercise, and the right lifestyle choices to keep it resilient and strong. For some, aging might bring moments of forgetfulness. Maybe you misplace your keys or fumble for a word. But it's important to understand that there's a profound difference between occasional lapses and a noticeable decline in cognitive abilities. The fact that you can still engage in meaningful conversations, recall events from the past, and manage daily tasks with confidence, that's a gift you don't want to overlook. Think about your typical day. Do you ever struggle to remember what you had for lunch yesterday, or does it come naturally to you to recount the details of a conversation you had with a friend? Do you still find yourself learning new things, solving problems, and keeping up with complex tasks? These little moments of clarity are the true reflection of a sharp mind, and if you can answer yes to these questions, count yourself as lucky and also healthy. Your brain is in far better shape than many of your peers, and you should take pride in that. I think of Paul, a 79-year-old man, whose story deeply resonated with me. Many of his peers were beginning to notice cognitive decline, forgetting the names of their grandchildren, or losing track of simple things. But Paul, he could still recall conversations from weeks ago, breeze through crossword puzzles like they were nothing, and even teach his younger friends about the latest technology. What Paul didn't realize at the time was that his daily habits, reading books, staying socially active, and constantly challenging himself mentally, were the very things that kept his mind sharp. It was proof to me that the brain is much like a muscle. If you don't use it, it weakens. But when you nurture it, it grows stronger and more resilient. We must never underestimate the power of mental exercise. People who read regularly, play strategy games, or engage in stimulating conversations tend to preserve their cognitive abilities far longer than those who don't. Staying socially active is just as crucial. Maintaining strong relationships with friends and family, or participating in community activities, all contribute to keeping your brain engaged. Isolation and stagnation, on the other hand, have been shown to speed up cognitive decline. If you're wondering how sharp your mind truly is, try recalling what you ate for dinner 2 nights ago or memorize a short list of words and then repeat them a few minutes later. Does it feel easy? Great. That's a strong indication that your cognitive function is still in top form. If it's more difficult than you'd like, don't be alarmed. There are plenty of ways to boost your brain power. Engaging in activities like reading, learning new things, and even taking regular walks can all help improve cognitive function and stave off decline. A sharp memory isn't just about remembering facts. It's about the quality of your life. It's about being able to have meaningful conversations, make independent decisions, and remain connected to the people and experiences that matter most. So, if you're still able to recall details without much trouble and keep your mind actively engaged, know this. You're not just holding on to your memories. You're actively shaping a future full of vitality and possibility. Sign 8. You wake up feeling rested and ready for the day. One of the most powerful, yet often overlooked, indicators of longevity is the quality of your sleep. There's something so profound about waking up in the morning feeling genuinely rested and energized, ready to take on the day with enthusiasm. If you're between 65 and 80 years old and you're still able to wake up feeling refreshed and alert, you're not just lucky, you're thriving. Sleep is vital to good health, and when you're getting quality sleep, your body is not just resting, it's repairing itself. It's recharging your cells, rejuvenating your brain, and fortifying your immune system for the day ahead. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. As we age, sleep patterns tend to change. Many older adults find themselves struggling with falling asleep, waking up too early, or waking up feeling like they didn't rest enough. But if you're still able to sleep deeply and wake up feeling recharged and ready to embrace the world, it's a clear sign that your body is functioning as it should. For me, it's not just about the amount of sleep you get, but how that sleep makes you feel the next morning. Do you wake up feeling groggy and sluggish, or do you rise with a sense of vitality? I've known people who have brushed off sleep issues as just part of getting older, but I firmly believe that sleep difficulties shouldn't be accepted as a normal part of aging. While it's true that our sleep patterns may shift as we age, consistently waking up tired, feeling unrest, or needing naps throughout the day can point to underlying health issues. Poor circulation, hormone imbalances, or even conditions like sleep apnea might be to blame. Take Roger, a 74-year-old man I know. He had always been a solid sleeper until his mid-70s when he began waking up frequently during the night, tossing and turning, feeling more and more tired each morning. At first, he thought it was just part of aging. But after making simple adjustments, like going to bed at the same time each night, reducing screen time before bed, and incorporating a relaxing routine before sleep, he found that his quality of sleep improved significantly. He started waking up feeling more energetic and mentally sharp. This reinforced my belief in the profound impact sleep can have on your overall health. Good sleep isn't just about feeling well-rested. It affects nearly every system in the body, from cognitive function to heart health. Those who sleep well tend to have lower risks of cardiovascular disease, stroke, and cognitive decline. They also maintain healthier body weight, experience more stable energy levels, and generally feel more positive throughout the day. So, ask yourself, do you fall asleep within 20 to 30 minutes of lying down? Do you wake up without the aid of an alarm and feel alert and ready to go? If you can answer yes to these questions, you're in an enviable position. If sleep isn't coming easily, don't ignore it. Small lifestyle changes, like cutting down on caffeine after lunch, sticking to a consistent bedtime, or keeping your bedroom cool and dark, can make a world of difference. Good sleep is an essential component of long-term health. When you're well-rested, you're ready to face the day with strength, clarity, and energy, and that's an indicator of a healthy, vibrant life ahead. Final thoughts. Take a moment to reflect on how many of these signs apply to you. If you recognize these signs in yourself, you're doing far better than you may realize. Your ability to maintain strength, balance, and cognitive sharpness well into your 60s, 70s, and beyond isn't just an indicator of good health, it's a sign of resilience. You're not just surviving, you're thriving. Age is just a number when you take good care of your body and mind. If you can still remember your conversations, wake up feeling refreshed, and enjoy life fully, you are on the right track to a long, independent, and fulfilling life. As we wrap up today's discussion, take a moment to reflect on everything we've covered so far. What stood out to you? What have you learned about the powerful signs of longevity, and how can you apply them to your own life moving forward? I would love to hear from you. In the comments below, share one key takeaway from this video that you plan to put into practice in your daily routine. Whether it's taking better care of your mind, improving your sleep habits, or simply embracing the small signs of vitality, your insight could inspire others too. If you liked this video and found it helpful, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content focused on health, longevity, and living your best life. We're here to support you every step of the way. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.